Receiving mail. You got mail. Assistant. See you. Cease to inquire what the future has in store, and take as a gift whatever the day brings forth. Horace, Italian philosopher. I'm going back to my hotel. Do what needs to be done. Good night. I wait about 2 hours before returning to the lab. Kursu is already gone when I get there. All she left is a single email. I sit down on the sofa. While drying my hair with a towel, I look towards the PC in the corner of the room. It's already connected to the IBM 5100, ready for Daru to start hacking. I already got in touch with him. The hacking starts tomorrow at noon. I drove myself even further into a corner by telling that to Daru. Now I can't turn back, no matter how much I want to. I chose Mayuri. I will let Kursu die. Showering didn't soften the wrenching pain in my heart. In truth, I'm just riding on Kursu's resolve. Mine is still a flimsy thing. I can't help but wonder, is this really okay? Really?
誰かいますか?
This is definitely the Mayuri ending. This is definitely the Mayuri ending. Yep, I don't remember this in the anime. We got the Mayuri ending, everyone. Mary opens the door and enters. For a moment after she catches sight of me, she looks ready to burst into tears. But that quickly gives way to a smile.
オカリンだ。
どうした？
なんとなく来てみたの。
I swallow hard. Maybe I should explain the situation to Mayuri. But I know she'll feel guilty if I tell her. Mayuri doesn't need to know. Everything will be okay as long as we crack CERN's database and reach the Beta World line.
最近ね、オカリンと話す時間ちょっと減っちゃった。でもね、オカリンの重荷にはなりたくないんだ。
Can I really let it end like this? Shouldn't I tell her what Kursu is sacrificing for her steak?
もしかしてシャワー浴びてたの?
Mary moves behind the sofa, grabs a bath towel on my head, and starts running my hair dry.
オカリン、シャンプーのいい匂いがするね。
I didn't mind the towel so much, but then she buries her nose into my hair and starts sniffing.
やめんか。
I jerk my head away. Mary goes back to drying my hair.
今日ね、コミマ行かなかったよ。
なぜだ？
オカリンのこと気になっちゃったのです。オカリンの辛そうな顔を思い出したらね、コミマを楽しんでなんかいられないなって。だから有明まで行ったけど参加せずに帰ってきたの。
そうか。悪かったな。心配かけて。
Should I tell her? Or should I keep her in the dark?
最近ね、オカリンと話す時間ちょっと減っちゃった。だからね、マユシーは寂しくなっちゃったのかもしれないね。
マユリ、もし俺が お前に隠し事をしてるって言ったらどう思う？
実はオカリンとクリスちゃんは付き合っていますっていうびっくりなこと。
なぜそうなる？
でもね、オカリンとクリスちゃんはとっても仲がいいでしょ。二人はお似合いだと思うな。
そんな話をしているんじゃないんだ。
ああ、うん。全部話してほしいなんて思ってないよ。人質だからね。どっちかっていうと何にも教えてもらえないのが普通だもん。
そんな話をしているんじゃないんだ。
Mary's hand leaves my head. I look over my shoulder in a panic, thinking she wandered off again. She's there. I grab her hand, perhaps more forcefully than I meant to.
マユシーはオカリンの重荷にはなりたくないよ。
Again.
だからオカリンが言ってくれるまで待つの。昨日もそう言ったよ。
一生言わないかもしれないぞ。
それはね、とっても気になっちゃうけど、でもしょうがないかな。
その隠していることがお前に関係していることでも。
マユシーに？
俺はお前を傷つけたくなくて話さないでいるんだ。
そのせいでオカリンは辛い顔してるのかな。だったらね、話してほしいな。オカリンが辛そうなの見たくないもん。
それでお前は傷ついてもいいっていうのか？
Mary replies, with a gentle smile. She nods without any hesitation. Her smile is so sincere, it strikes me speechless.
昨日もさっきも言ったよ。マユシーはオカリンの重荷になりたくないって。あのね、マユシーがおばあちゃんのことで苦しかった時、オカリンはマユシーを人質にしてくれたでしょ。だからね、もしオカリンが苦しい時はマユシーが力になってあげたいってずっと思ってたんだよ。マユシーなんかじゃちっとも役に立たないかもしれないけど。
Useful? Suddenly, I remember. Mary is going to die tomorrow. I had been through it once before. She died protecting me, and her last words were,
やっとマユシーはオカリンの役に立てたよ。
So, this is what she meant.
だからね、これ以上辛い顔しないでほしいな。
分かった。
If that's how she feels, I'll tell her everything. I let go of Mary's hand and pat the sofa beside me.
ここに座るんだ。
Mary does as she's told.
おやつ持ってきていい？
お前は空気が読めないな。
そうだね。
Mary sits up straight with her hands folded in her lap.
じゃあどうぞ。
これから話すことは全部事実だ。お前が見た夢とも関係している。そして俺はこの後お前のために仲間を犠牲にするつもりだ。
オカリン。
Anxiety clouds Mary's face, but I ignore it and take her chin in my fingers. A switch has already flipped inside of me.
せいぜい後悔するがいい。この俺、狂気のマッドサイエンティストである法院京馬が行ってきた恐るべき所業の数々を聞いてな。
You can even tell Okabe is forcing it at this point. And so I began, speaking as the mad scientist whose foolish experiments brought everything to ruin. I start with the first raid on the lab. I tell Mary how Mocha killed her. Next, I tell her about Suza and Ferris, about Luko, Mocha, FB, and Nai. I describe their fates in every detail. And finally, I tell her about Kursu.
すなわちマキセ・クリスを生贄として俺は新たなる世界へと旅立つのだ。
That took up like the entire night, dude. Wow. There was a lot to explain, and Mary kept asking questions, desperate to understand the strange concepts I was throwing at her. Thanks to that, the conversation went longer than expected. It's already getting late.
以上がこの俺法院京馬が考えた壮大なる計画、その名もメイドインヘブンである。
Finally, it's over. Mary says nothing. She's staring at her hands, which are clenched into tiny, trembling fists. She looks ready to cry at any second.
なぜそんな顔をしている。
Mary shakes her head and bites her lip.
オカリンもクリスちゃんも苦しんでたんだね。なのにマユシーはのんきにコスを作ってた。こんなのバカみたいだよ。マユシーは何にも知らなかった。
お前が責任を感じる必要はないのだ。全てはこの俺による計画なのだからな。幻滅したか、マユリ。だが俺は仲間を平気で犠牲にできる男。故にお前がベータ世界線に行きたくないと言ってもそれを聞き入れるつもりはない。
Whether you like it or not. Come on. Come on.
お前には俺の人質として絶対に最後まで付き合ってもらうぞ。世界に訪れる混沌、これこそがシュタインズゲートの選択なのだ。
Mayuri ignores my performance. She gets to her feet and lurches towards the door. I quickly grab her by the wrist.
おい、どこ行く？
クリスちゃんに会いに行かなきゃ。 りん、クリスちゃんに会いたいよ。
There's no way I can refuse Mary's request. I contacted Kursu. We arranged to meet on the UPX overpass at 4:30 in the morning. I was wondering why she wanted to meet so early, but I understand once I see her. She's dragging a large suitcase.
お見送りご苦労。
She faces us with a smile.
そのスーツケース、まさか。
ああ、そういうことよ。
帰るのか、アメリカに。
Kursu nods.
もともと8月の頭には帰る予定だったんだけど、どっかのマッドサイエンティストに捕まって予定より長めの滞在になっちゃった。もう私が手伝えることもないだろうし、後腐れなくって意味でもいいでしょ。
Is she doing this for me? Or is she trying to outrun her fear? It's not my right to stop her. Even if I did, it wouldn't change anything. Today, as planned, I will crack CERN's database and move to the Beta War line. I've made my decision. Mary is next to me, standing still with her head hung.
マユリ、どうしたの？具合悪いの？
I gently nudge her back.
ほら、マユリ。
She takes one step, pauses for a second, then leaps on Kursu with a cry.
クリスちゃん。
No, no.
どうしたの？いきなり。
No, no.
マユシーはね、クリスちゃんがいなくなるの。やだよ。
Kursu hears the desperate plea in Mayuri's voice. She gives me a look that asks, "Did you tell her?" I silently nod.
マユシーのためなんかに消えたりしないで。
マユリ、お前。
マユシーだってクリスちゃんを犠牲にしてまで生きていたくないよ。
I expected Mayuri might say that. It's absolutely essential that I remain firm. I feel bad for Kursu, but it needs to be said.
それは許されない。俺はマユリを選んだのだ。マユリには救われる義務があるのだ。
Pain stabs through my heart. These words are reprehensible.
クリスはお前のために命を投げ出すという契約をこの俺と交わした。それを保護にすれば最悪がこの地を襲うだろう。
I clench my fist tight to suppress my self-loathing.
クリスの思いを無駄にするな、マユリ。
ありがとう、マユリ。
Kursu wraps her arms around Mayuri's back, returning the hug.
でも私はもう自分の中で結論を出したし、納得もしてるから。知ってる？あんたって岡部にものすごい愛されてるって。
何を言い出すのだ。
事実でしょ。
She gives me a mischievous smile.
だから真由里が死んだら岡部はすごく悲しむ。岡部にそんな思いさせたくないでしょ。
でもクリスちゃんがいなくなったらマユシーは悲しいよ。
そうね。会えなくなると寂しいかな。でもどうせ私は生きてたってアメリカに帰るつもりだったわけだし。だから別の世界線に行っても私はアメリカにいるものだと思えばそう大した違いはない。そういう問題じゃないもん。クリスちゃんが消えちゃうのが嫌なんだもん。ねえ、やめよう。クリスちゃんが消えることないよ。
Kursu separates from Mayuri and gazes straight into her face.
これ以上私や岡部を困らせたらダメ。
She uses a gentle tone, as if speaking to a child. Then she slightly bumps Mayuri on the head.
岡部、もう真由里の手を離しちゃダメよ。
分かってる。
それじゃあ私は行くから。もう二度と岡部の顔見なくて済むと思うとせいせいするわ。
She punctuates her insult with a smile. She's so cheerful now, a far cry from the shivering girl in the dark. To see her like this breaks my heart. I'm sorry. I repeat the words in my heart again and again, begging for forgiveness. Kursu turns to go.
クリスちゃん、行かないで。行かないでよ。
ついてこないで。
She shouts over her shoulder. Mayuri freezes.
同情なんてしないで。惨めになるだけだから。これは私が決めたことなの。真由里に何を言われたってもう揺るがない。さよなら真由里。約束よ。あんたは幸せになりなさい。
With that, Kursu walks away. Early morning at Kihara, well before sunrise, the trains are just starting to run. She disappears into the station, dragging her suitcase behind her. Mary falls to her knees, her face streaked with tears. As I approach, I hear her voice.
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
お前が謝る必要はない。すべてはこの俺の決断だ。クリスには消えてもらう。俺はクリスを助けない。そして世界には俺が望む混沌が訪れるのだ。俺が許せないか、マユリ。ならば恨めばいい。だがそれでもお前には最後まで付き合ってもらう。俺は 俺はお前を救うためにクリスを見殺しにする。だからお前がどれだけ俺を恨もうと、俺の意見に反対しようと、もう後戻りするつもりはない。俺の野望は誰にも止められない。
This is a sad ending, but God, this is a really sad ending, but it definitely makes sense. It makes sense for this to happen, though. Though it sucks. Mayuri slowly stands up. Then she buries her face into my chest, just like she did to Kursu.
オカリンの本当の気持ち聞きたいよ。
How I really feel? Mary looks straight up into my eyes.
オカリンが心の中で思ってることは素直な言葉で聞きたいよ。マユシーはね、もう重荷になりたくないから。
なってねえよ。なってるわけないだろ。これは俺のエゴだ。俺がお前を助けたいだけだ。お前を失いたくないだけだ。
ありがとう、オカリン。ありがとう。
Mary tries her hardest to smile through her tears. And then, once again, she buries her face into my chest.
いつも見てた怖い夢もそこに出てくるかっこいいオカリンもきっと夢なんかじゃなかったんだね。ずっとマユシーを助けようとしてくれてたんだね。ねえオカリン、マユシーはね、オカリンのこと大好きだよ。オカリンがいてくれるからマユシーは毎日笑っていられるんだよ。これからもずっと一緒にいていい？
当たり前だ。
I answer Mary with my embrace.
そんなの当たり前だろ。一緒にいてくれないと俺が嫌だ。
あのね、マユシーは幸せになるよ。クリスちゃんと約束したか
あ
ら。幸せにしてください。
あ
離さないでください。
あ
ずっと大好きでいさせてください。
The radiance of the rising sun pours out between me and the buildings. Wait, what? Wait, that's not even the line. The radiance of the rising sun pours out between the buildings. Daybreak. As the sky grows brighter, we remain in our embrace, as if to reassure each other that we are still here.
それではこれよりオペレーションベルダンディ最終フェーズを開始する。
Mayuri and Daru returned to be a nod. Today is the last day of Kamima. Daru wanted to attend, of course, but a little begging convinced him to prioritize the operation. I take a look around the lab. These 20 days had seen constant change. It's incredible to think that at one point, this lab had a whole 8 members, and now we're back to 3. The memories we made, the experiences we shared. To say Mayuri, I will undo them all. There is a sorrow in me and guilt. I engrave them deep inside my heart. I'll never forget, I mustn't forget, these long, yet short summer days. But still, I choose to erase our memories. I choose to return everything to normal. Suzuha's mission is relevant. I'm not doing this for the future. As long as Mayuri lives, nothing else matters.
ダル始めてくれ。
いいんだな。
ああ。
オキドキ。
Here we go. Daru starts typing on the IBM 5100. It's already connected to his main computer. This will get us into CERN's central database, where they keep the data in a mine with Echelon. There, we will locate the first email I sent on July 28th, and erase all of its existence. With this, I can reach the Beta World line. At last, Mayuri will be safe. I look at Mayuri. She's on the couch, sitting straight as a ramrod, with her grandmother's pocket pressed. I look at Mayuri. She's on the couch, sitting straight as a ramrod, with her grandmother's pocket watch pressed to her ear. She stays still, with her eyes closed. Whenever Mayuri wants to calm down, she listens to the sound of that pocket watch. Ever since we parted with Kurisu, Mayuri has said nothing about my choice. I guess she's come to terms with it, in her own way. The actual work, I have left to Daru. No problem there. While waiting for him to finish, I walk into the element room. In the center of the room is the time leap machine. I squat down and gently brush my fingers against the microwave surface. It's cool to touch. I've made irreplaceable friends because of this thing, and because of this thing, I've hurt them. But I don't want to blame the tool. It's how you use the tool that matters. And I got to admit, it's saved me more than once. Still, once this is over, I'll destroy the time leap machine. We must never make the same mistakes again.
オカリン見つけた。マジであったぞこれ。
あったのか。俺が送った D メールが。
しっかり残ってるよ。
Daru points to a string of characters. My name is there, followed by the message I wrote about Kurisu's death. 3 lines total, each 12 characters long. The data led CERN to our doorstep. At FB's instruction, Mocha's and the Rounders attacked. If Suzuha is right, then by erasing this data, we will escape from the Attractor Field Alpha, where CERN dominates the future. That will take us to Attractor Field Beta, to the Beta World Line within its range of convergence, to a future without Mayuri's death. Mayuri is standing next to me, gazing intently at the monitor. She grasps my hand firmly.
おかり。
大丈夫だ。
She looks anxious, so I pat her head to calm her down.
エンターキーを押せばデータは消せるようになってる。
Daru stands up and gestures to the open seat.
その儀式をオカリンに譲るわ。
I sit down and face the keyboard. This time it ends. Kursu's face floats through my mind. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. Goodbye, Kursu. I slowly raise my right hand. Extend my index finger.
勝利の時は来た。
Daru twitches at my cry.
この俺はあらゆる陰謀にも屈せず己の信念を貫きついにラグナロックを戦い抜いたのだ。この勝利のため我が手足となって戦ってくれた仲間たちに感謝を。
One press of this key, and Kursu will die. I firmly grip my coat at the shoulder, where it has been stitched together with jagged pink thread.
訪れるのは俺が望んだ世界なり。
I wish for Mayuri to live, and Kursu to die. That is the truth, and I must never forget it.
すべてはシュタインズゲートの選択である。
This is the choice of Okabe Rintaro.
エルプサイコングルー。世界は再構成される。
I swing down my finger and strike the inner key. And we broke through. After a while, the spinning stops, and color gradually returns to the world. Reading Steiner activated. The word line has changed. I look around the room. Next to me is Daru. Behind me is Mayuri. I reach out to her, and she takes my hand with a smile. Everything is where it should be. It looks like nothing has changed at all. I gently touch my coat's shoulder, where Kursu fixed the torn seat. It's gone. My coat isn't torn. Why do I need a pee every time something like this happens? Ah! Damn my No, I don't have a urinary infection or anything, but I cannot hold my pee. That's actually a really bad thing of mine. I cannot hold my pee because a lot of reasons. I can't hold my pee, so I'm gonna have to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be back in a second. My coat isn't torn. The stitches, uneven from having been sewn in the dark, have disappeared. There's no trace of that ridiculous pink thread. I stand up and head to the development room. Underneath the table, the time leap machine. No, that's not the time leap machine. That's the phone wave. The upgrades Kursu made are gone. Nothing has changed. This world is exactly the same. In all respects save one. Kursu was never here. I thought that I was prepared for this, but now I'm face to face with the cruel consequence of my decision. I feel powerless, defeated. I want to cry.
オカリン、どうしたの？
Mary runs up and grabs my arm.
なあ、マユリ。ラボメンナンバー004は誰だっけ？
I I need to ask. Even though I know what the answer will be.
004? オカリン、オカリン。ラボ名はね、オカリンとマユシーとダルくんの3人しかいないよ。
The tears come. I crumble to my knees and cover my face with my hands.
そうだな。このラボに4人目のラボメンなんていなかったよ。
Her existence was rejected by the world.
オカリン、何か悲しいことがあったんだね。
Mayuri rubs my back.
マユシーはね、オカリンの力になってあげたいよ。
I embrace Mayuri. I stifle my voice and cry.
オカリン、泣かないで。
マユリはどこにも行かないでくれ。ずっとそばにいてくれ。頼むよ。
Mayuri tenderly strokes my head.
マユシーはずっと一緒だよ。これまでみたいにずっと。
All trace of Kursu's existence has vanished. This proves that I have returned to my original world line. This is the world I struggled to reach. A world since I traveled through times great. A world where the future is free. Nothing has changed, and yet, this is my utopia. And that was the Mayuri Ending, Steins Gate. You know, in conclusion senses, this was a good conclusion. If there wasn't a true ending, this would have been an alright conclusion. Even though it sucks of what we had to do to Kursu, this would have still been an okay conclusion since it wraps up everyone's stories. At the same time, it does leave up to interpretation about what it could have been if he chose Kursu, for which is the answers that will be within the true ending. What happens with Kursu in the world lines where Okabe doesn't give up, where he pushes forward. Also, fuck yeah, I'm liking the song. This is not fitting dances, I know. I played this entire song during this video with my commentary because, well, these videos are not monetized anyway. Mages takes all the money I get from these videos, for which, you know what, they make the game. I'm fine with that. You made a great game for me to play, and as long as you let me keep these videos up on YouTube and you don't take them down, I'm okay. I'm okay if the money from these videos goes directly to all of you who make these games. Like, I don't care. I'm a fan of the series. I want to support you guys as much as I can. And if my videos give you any profit in any way, you can have it. You can have it. Thank you, Mages. Thank you, Nitro Plus. Thank you, 5PB, for these great games. Man. Achievement unlocked. Stardust Sky. Oh, there's an epilogue. I'm gonna reset my camera real quick, and then I'm gonna read this epilogue. The night of the 17th passed. The night of the 18th passed, and Mayuri still didn't die. I've kept a close watch for 3 days since then. There has been no attacks, no accidents, no sign that anything might happen. And that was enough to convince me that Mayuri is safe. Together with Daru, I destroyed the phone wave in IBN 5100. Although we lost the ability to send emails, that is a small price to pay to stay below CERN's radar. Tenoji is downstairs in the Brown Tube workshop, watching TV on the 42-inch CRT, like always. When I went to check out Redicon, I found it open for business as usual. A search of the internet turned up no mention of a satellite crash. Instead, I found a small article in the local section of a newspaper dated July 28th. It was a report on Kurisu's murder. There is no follow-up. The culprit is still at large. According to Daru, the police questioned me several times. It was I who discovered the body, after all. Of course, I don't remember any of that. At any rate, Mary is still alive. I've accomplished what I set out to do. It's over. Mary emerges from Ticket Gate, waving her hand as she runs my way. She weaves through the gaps between shoppers and maids handing out leaflets, and when she gets to me, she looks at me with puppy dog eyes.
なぜ泣く？
Mary doesn't answer me. She just strokes my cheek, gently, silently. She's crying, but she doesn't seem sad. Rather, she seems overcome with emotion.
おかり、迎えに来てくれたんだね。マユシーのこと、わざわざ待っててくれるなんて、嬉しいよ。
そんなことでいちいち喜ぶな。
Mary wipes away her tears, making room for her shy, innocent smile.
あのね、マユシーはオカリンの人質から恋人にクラスチェンジしたんだよね。
いかにも。
I have no idea how to respond to such an embarrassing question. But she's right. Mary and I are officially a couple. Finally. After these long, painful 20 days, I finally noticed how important Mayuri is to me. Plus, she told me that she loved me.
よかった。夢じゃないんだ。
いいから、さっさとラボに行くぞ。こんな草暑いところに立っていたら日射病で死ぬ。
I start walking without waiting for Mayuri's response.
でもね、ラボだってすっごく暑いよ。
扇風機があるだけマシだ。それに喉が渇いた。ドクターペッパーで一服したい。
Sunday. Despite the heat, I see plenty of shoppers laden with bags enjoying themselves on the street of Akiba. I suddenly feel a void in my heart. Nothing about this town has changed, yet it feels like something is missing from my life. No doubt, it's the gap that was left by Kurisu. But there's no such thing as a perfect future. That is a fantasy that nobody can realize. I mustn't forget. This is the future I wished for, fought for, and won. I have what is most important to me, Mayuri. I should be thankful for that. I am blessed far beyond the common man. I look beside me and realize that Mayuri's not there. I turn around. She's not there either.
Mayuri?
She's gone. She's always like this. Sometimes she just wanders off. Anxiety seizes my heart. Mayuri promised she would never leave me. This world line is worthless without her.
Mayuri!
I shout her name at the top of my lungs. I searched for her in the crowd, but it's too thick to see.
Mayuri!
ここにいるよ。
I turn around to see Mary running towards me. In her hands is shaved ice.
オカリン、暑いって言ってたでしょ。だからね、一緒に食べようと思って。
驚かせるなよ。
I feel so relieved. I want to embrace that small body of hers, but we're in public, so I stop myself. I take the shaved ice and hold my empty hand out to Mayuri.
捕まっていろ。
Mary takes my hand. Her slender fingers intertwine with mine.
かき氷はラボまでお預けだ。路上で食べたら迷惑だろう。
でもね、溶けちゃうんじゃないかな。
しょうがないだろう。
そっか。しょうがないよね。手をつないでたら食べられないもんね。
離さないぞ。俺は絶対に離さないからな。
マユシーだってね、離さないよ。
Mary puts just a little more strength into her grip. Damn it! Mary puts just a little more strength into her grip. God, I need to speak up. I'm sorry. Love for her fills my heart. Aww. Suddenly, Mary looks up at Radicon.
ねえねえ、オカリン。あのね、起きているのに夢を見たことってある？
夢？それは白チウムというやつか。
そういう風に呼ぶの、オカリン物知りだね。あのね、それが誰だかはわからないんだけど、マユシーにはとても大切なお友達がいた気がするの。
何？
その大切なお友達のことを考えるとね、すごく切なくなって胸のあたりがキューってなるんだ。たまにね、声も聞こえるんだよ。
声って。
幸せになりなさいって。
All of that was undone. I erased those memories, sacrificed them.
その人がそう言ってくれたからね。マユシーは今こうしてオカリンと一緒にいられるのかもしれないね。
Perhaps everybody remembers their experiences from other world lines. Those memories may be vague and tenuous. They're there. They speak to us in forms of dreams, visions, and deja vu.
もし会えたらありがとうって言いたいな。
I'm not the only one who remembers.
その人誰だったのかな。
きっと神様だ。
そっか、神様ありがとう。マユシーはとっても幸せです。
Mary looks up. She reaches out to the sky, like always. She shakes hands with the stardust, twinkling beyond the coat of blue. I look up too, to hold back the tears. And on we walk, hand in hand. Mayuri Ending, Stardust Sky, completed. And now, all we have left is one final part of the story, which is the true ending. The ending where we achieve Steins. I have to admit, I really enjoyed this ending of the Steins Gate. I looked like a hentai protagonist for a second. Hold up. Yeah. I'm the hentai protagonist now. Okay, no, I should not be making these jokes. After that beautiful ending, like that ending was beautiful. Even though it was much more sadder than the Lukako ending, it ended on a good note. It actually ended on a slightly happy note. Like, technically in the end, everyone got what they wanted, maybe a little bit except for Okabe, because, well, they had to sacrifice Kurisu in order to save Mayuri, but they made it. They made it to Steins Gate. They finally achieved the goal. So thank you everybody for watching this video. Leave a like. Leave a comment. And I will see you all in the next stretch. The final stretch of this game series. The path to the true ending. So thank you all for watching this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you all next time. I'll see you all next time. Mikato! I'll say congruent.
Okay, okay.